So we're going to start with a little bit of a wholesome, heartwarming story from Hollywood. A new romance has emerged between co-stars Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson, who star in the just-released Naked Gun reboot movie. And it appears that they fell in love while working together on the film. According to People, they have confirmed that they are dating. They say it's a budding romance in the early stages. It's sincere, and it's clear that they are smitten with each other. They showed up to the red carpet for the movie's premiere along with their kids. So they're already introducing the family.
The blended family. Everything's coming together.
They look really cute together. I just think that it's cute when old people fall in love.
Whatever, man. She's only 57.
That's
like,
just...
You sicko.
You don't need to listen to the people who are saying that this is a creepy age gap. Okay, they're both old. It's only 15 years difference. We'll get into that in a second. There's another picture I wanted to show. This tweet says, Liam Neeson stayed single for 16 years following his wife, Natasha Richardson's tragic death in 2009. So happy he found love again with Pamela. So Natasha Richardson died in a skiing accident.
Yeah.
Back in 2009, and since then he has sworn off dating. In fact, I remembered that back in October, there were rumors he was with Pamela Anderson, but it was denied at the time. He said, with Pamela, first off, I'm madly in love with her. In a friend way. She's just terrific to work with. I can't compliment her enough, I'll be honest with you. He also said he was impressed that Pamela Anderson doesn't have a huge ego, which I'm sure he comes across very often in this industry. Mm-hmm. She just comes in to do the work. She is so funny and so easy to work with. She's going to be terrific in the film. And Pamela Anderson praises Liam Neeson, describing him as the perfect gentleman and humble. He brings out the best in you with respect, kindness, and depth of experience. It was an absolute honor to work with him. And this is another anecdote that she shared. He wrapped his coat around me when I was cold, proving that chivalry is not dead. His love for Pamela Anderson seems to be purely platonic, at least back then. He claimed that he was
evolved.
Yeah, he claimed that he was past the stage of his life where he was interested in dating, but that changed.
You know what they need to do right now? They need to go out. It never rains in Hollywood, I guess. But the idea would be you go out there, they're on Hollywood Boulevard, and it's raining, and he puts his coat over a puddle. And we have somebody in a phone from a car film it and post it on the internet. If we're going to do showmance, we should do it the real way these days. The right way. With social media posts that look like they're... It's like all those like those videos of like Allison Brie and Dave Franco doing weird shit in public now. Yeah. Like they need a wholesome version of that with Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson.
Yeah, and she must be, a woman who doesn't judge when he pisses his pants in public.
Exactly.
And she actually thinks that it's a really Chad move. She finds it attractive that he has so much confidence when he pisses his pants.
He's like, look, I'm at the bar. I've got drinks to consume.
Yeah.
I don't have time to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, exactly. He's just living as much life as he can while he has it. But of course, some people are agonizing over the 15-year age gap between Pamela Anderson, who is 58 years old, and Liam Neeson, who is 73.
You did post about this.
Back in October. Mm-hmm.
Yep, she's only 57!
You sick F. We have a 20 from X Sky Eye to Mary Morgan et al. From Moon at Noon. Absolute apocalyptic thunderstorm in Annapolis right now. Wish you were here, Mary. From the sound of it, I don't wish I was there.
She doesn't want to be.
I don't want to be in the wake of danger.
In like a storm of any sort.
Well, it's all clear skies here, actually.
Especially if it's got a road that's owned by a celebrity that nobody can get through if it floods.
A couple that both qualify for senior discounts, and somehow Twitter has a problem with it because the male is 15 years older than the female.
Well, it's because...
Zoomers constantly trying to connect everything to PDF philia, and power dynamics has given them critical brain damage.
It's the power dynamics that they're thinking about here, that somehow because he made Schindler's List and she made Baywatch, her his power dynamic is much greater than hers. Mm-hmm. I mean, she's the I don't know. Here's an interesting one. Who's the bigger star, Liam Neeson or Pamela Anderson?
As a movie star?
Just in general, who do you think's name carries more name recognition? Chat, I would be interested. I'm going to put this out there.
That's difficult.
Because what's interesting about it is he's had a very long and successful career, but as the meme went, when they made the honest trailers for Taken, they said, presenting the movie that finally paid for Liam Neeson's kids' college funds. He was always in big movies, but I think he came to more mainstream success with the Taken franchises in the later 2000s.
Okay, maybe we should put up a poll. We have another 20 from Jose Quintana. Terrible Thursday, Overlord and Empress, Pam's best movie, Barb Wire, Neeson's best, Schindler's List. I am planning to move to the Gongo. Empress, will the Gongo accept my passport? Can you authorize my entry? Long live PCC. Well, as long as you're going as, you know, a representative from like the UN who can offer them some help. They really need it. I had to get a new passport. My old passport expired years ago, and the photo is horrible. It's so bad. Like, I was here thinking, like, well,
no, it's going to be. It's literally like, you actually should.
Did you keep your glasses on?
No, they asked me to take them off.
Oh.
I tried to. So I always used to take them off on purpose for my pictures, but I don't know whether because of glare or for whatever reason. But I started to realize that, like, if a person's passport photo is too good, they're probably a spy anyways. So, you know, I don't trust a person with a really good passport photo or even a really good license photo. I just know the next time I get them taken, they will be better because I was very ugly when I took my first passport photo and my first driver's license photo. Yeah. One person says Pamela Anderson is, I'm sorry here, Vamp Fashion says Pamela Anderson is the bigger star, but Liam Neeson is the more legitimate movie star. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. I was thinking maybe based on name recognition, Pamela Anderson, but based on like prestige in movies, Liam Neeson. I have to assume that this comment is said in jest. A 15-year age gap is not appropriate. Liam Neeson is a predator. You don't actually think that. They have to be kidding. Another one said, he's 15 years older than her. If that was a 35-year-old and a 50-year-old, would you think it appropriate? Yes. Yeah. Yes, I would. Yes. Emphatically, yes. Where does this come from? The obsession with... Is it just from being online? Power dynamics? Yeah, the obsession with power dynamics. You know, part of it, I think, has to do with the fact that Gen Z and probably millennials, too, were kind of isolated from people in different generations from them. Given the fact that you're kept in the school system with people who are the same age as you and you're not encouraged to get mentorship or wisdom from the older generations, you know. I was watching some guy had a really simplistic but kind of awesome take on it, which is like, if you watch movies from the 90s, if you're thinking of like the age gap of like the really old guy with the younger woman, it was always portrayed as her being a gold digger. Now it's being portrayed as him being a controlling, not a PDF file, but definitely somebody who's using his power to somehow hold status and power over you. So they've switched the roles on it, which was back in the day, that younger person would be portrayed with full agency, doing something for their own self-interest. Now they don't realize they've been tricked into it by some domineering geezer, I guess. I think that the only reason, or the biggest reason, why age gaps seem more pronounced today than they used to has to do with how fast technology has changed. Like, Gen Z is less likely to have a lot of experience in common with millennials just because of how much technology changed between their childhoods. But in reality, you know, a Gen Zer could be just a handful of years younger than a millennial and be very close in age, and they would have entirely different interests and entirely different values even based on that. How fast the culture has changed. But yeah, there's nothing predatory about two literal senior citizens dating. Like, it's just, it matters less and less the older you get as well. They can both order off the senior menu. They're fine. Yeah, and like, you know, they're really cute, and I think we should just support that. Like, I've seen very cute photos of them on the red carpet hanging out together, and they seem to be, at the very least, great friends. That's the good one. Let's talk about the cringy one. This is the one that I don't support. Katy Perry is fresh off of splitting up with the father of her children, Orlando Bloom.
And now, reportedly, she is seeing Justin Trudeau. They were recently spotted together having a drink by TMZ in this photo.
I mean, where was Rick Caruso? Why couldn't she hang out with Rick Caruso?
Well, he's probably married, if I had to guess. And then there's this incredibly cringy video of Justin Trudeau.
Yes, I sent it
attending one of her concerts.
You guys can thank me for my sacrifice. I put X back on my phone. I already feel dirty and unkempt. And for that, I had to see and suffer through this video of Justin Trudeau singing Firework by Katy Perry. Therefore, you must do so as well.
Like he's just surrounded by all the girlies.
See, this
singing along to Firework.
Yeah. It would be more dignified if it was Justin Bieber. That's it. It's a 6-second clip of him singing.
Damn. I was hoping for more. We had another 20 from Jose Quintana. Neeson has had the far more successful movie career. Pam is still world famous for obvious reasons. By the way, I actually met Neeson randomly on the UWS. He was fiddling with a small camera, nice and approachable.
That's awesome.
They seem to stand out in their industry for being relatively down to earth.
I would like to think that Liam Neeson, especially given the fact that he's been around as long as he has, is he's got a very not everyman quality about him, though I do think that that's what made him successful in his later years, because his movies were about, he's the unassuming old tough guy. I saw somebody in the chat call him a faux tough guy. No, he's a movie tough guy. It's not the same thing. Faux tough guy would be as if he was actually pretending to be that way. But I do think it's time for him. He's found love. It's time for him to hang it up with the action movies, lest we end up with that scene in Taken 3 where there's 37 cuts of him hopping over a fence, and it wasn't even him hopping over the fence. In fact, that movie's probably responsible for why John Wick became as popular as it did, with less cuts and more long shots, because you want to actually see Keanu Reeves doing it, not see 37 takes of a stuntman hopping over a fence that was like waist high.
Still not as bad as Harrison Ford in Dial of Destiny.
We have
another budding romance between Tom Cruise and Ana de Armas, which has been rumored for quite a while now. I'm less surprised by that.
This is a very Wookiee pose he's doing here. This is very Bigfoot.
This is literally...
He looks like he just got caught.
Yeah, he looks taken aback. Did you think that the baseball cap and the sunglasses were going to hide the fact that you're Tom Cruise?
I mean, he's not willing to do what Leonardo DiCaprio does, which is to still wear the mask.
He literally looks like Bigfoot.
Yeah. The guest last night from the side on IRL, from the side of his face, looked like Tom Cruise a little bit to me.
Tom Cruise and Ana de Armas escaped to Vermont after going to an Oasis concert at Wembley Stadium in London.
I told Mary a couple weeks ago that they were together, and she's like, no, I don't think they are.
Well, the last I had checked, Tom Cruise was dating some random model or something that I had never heard of before, but I guess that wasn't true. But yeah, I'm not as surprised by this.
I mean, by the way, I want to give...
But I'm worried. I'm worried because I think Tom Cruise is possibly going to induct Ana de Armas into the Church of Scientology, and I'm worried about her.
When me and Olivia were in D.C. last week, and there was a bus with a Scientology ad plastered all over it. It said, like, for the book, like, The Art of Dianetics. And I was like, what the fuck?
How do they allow that?
I don't know.
That is crazy. With the track record of the Church of Scientology, you would think that they would not get mainstream advertising.
Yeah, on the side of a bus right there in downtown D.C.
Crazy.
I mean, I was already miserable because I was in D.C.
You would more expect to see that maybe in L.A.
Yeah.
Like, they're more prominent in California, like on the West Coast.
So the other thing I want to give TMZ credit for here is I don't know if the hold my hand reference is just because they're holding my hand or because that was the name of the Lady Gaga song from the end of Top Gun Maverick. I would like to think it's that they're just that good at their thumbnails, their headlines.
Love TMZ.
Tim used TMZ for something last night. I don't remember what it was. And people will scoff, but TMZ is pretty good about getting every story, and just when you think that they've got that they're gonna miss something, they get it with like the audio recording of whatever happened. Like Hulk Hogan, they had the audio recording of the police call from his, from when he died, and they're on the ball with everything. They're the first to get it.
Do you think this means Tom Cruise and Ana de Armas are going to do a movie together?
Well, I mean, maybe she'll be in the next Mission Impossible movie.
I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, I was like, maybe I'm missing something big. But unless some of those movies that she was in were produced by him, I don't think that they were in anything at the same time.
I don't think so.
But she'll have to call Katie Holmes for advice. She'll have to call Katie Holmes for advice.
Yeah, Katie Holmes never became a Scientologist, though.
Was she not when they were together? I have no idea.
Nicole Kidman. Wasn't she like open to it at one point, but decided not to stay?
Yes, in the chat.
So I know a girlfriend of Tom Cruise's is the one who introduced him to.
Does that like skip
Church
you like
Scientology.
8 levels? Mimi Rogers?
Rogers, yes.
If you marry Tom Cruise, do you skip to like the highest level of Scientology? Like you're hanging out with like a bust of L. Ron Hubbard, like.
Oh yeah, he runs that place for sure.
So okay, maybe she. Well, you know what? They're gonna show up next to the guitarist from Linkin Park.
Amazing.
There we go. Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.